Oh, the cold weather certainly helping set the stage for what should be a physical primetime contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. But tonight we start Week 9 with a good one in primetime, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Levis going to the air right away. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game playing on Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And this is going to be a Titans first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that.
1st and 10. Here's Levis.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Injuries cost Watt 7 games last year, yet he still had 5.5 sacks, made his 5th Pro Bowl, and remains on a Hall of Fame pace. 77.5 career sacks, the 3rd most ever in a player's first 6 seasons.
Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell.
And he'll get this up to about the 40.
This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Levis on 3rd down.
And that will be incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Now here's another carry for Harris. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make the runs we just saw there.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. And they pick up the 1st down there with a gain of 4.
Off play action. Pickett
escaping the pressure right.
and going deep downfield for Boykin.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
The Steelers at 4-3, a game over 500. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They get the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Pickett connecting with Freiermuth. Big strides, look at him go.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Pat Freiermuth.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Steelers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together. They've got a chance of coming out with a W.
His first catch, good for 9 and the first down.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
Tyron Johnson there on the tackle.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Levis's throw complete to Rager.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Working from the gun. Here's Levis. That pass taken in by Burks.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A first down carry for Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Levis sets up to throw here. Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And he's got it to about the 40.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A second down throw from Levis. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it here on the jet sweep. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it. At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Now he gets free up the left sideline. Najee Harris moving inside the 20 and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris Levis with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 18 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. On first down, Levis. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Now Levis. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And problem spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 115 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out around the 45-yard line. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. First and 10, here's Pickett. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Back to throw, Pickett. Open man, there's Darnell Washington. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On third down, here's Harris. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here's Presley Harvin now. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Titans 3.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. That is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for the Pittsburgh.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a give. Running left is Harris. Pushes him over. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down at a yard. Pickett will look to throw it here. And this is caught. Touchdown. Miles Boykin. 34 yards. And the Steelers are able to stretch out their lead. Boswell for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Steelers 28, Titans 3. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Levis to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Rolling to his left. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Steelers are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
1st and 10, it's Levis. Going to the right here and finding Burks. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
There we go. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Here is 3rd and 5. Levis back to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 149 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they have that one sniffed out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Steelers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. This ball complete to Rager. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Levis looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Desperation time now. Here's Levis. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for the Steeler touchdown. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Extra point now by Boswell. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Steelers 49, Titans 3. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Levis now on second down.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for the Titans. 67 yards.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
Henry trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown.
Traylon Burks
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Titans are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your... And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Man, 222 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
They'll run again with Harris. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice. Got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The offense on third down tonight, just one conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 9. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Caught by his tight end, Wesco. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Trask down to his final gasp here on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On 1st and 10, Trask. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And they'll go on the ground. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now Trask on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Second and 11. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handle